Hey guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're fine. I hope you're having a great day. Today's video is going to be a little fun one. I'm excited to film. I kind of had a little help on this one because I couldn't decide, and I had my help. Today's video I had help with, like I said, from my mom, because I just couldn't narrow down what I actually really liked and what I thought was like the beautiful, most best packaging, which I haven't even said what this video is about. And okay, so this video is about like best packaging as far as eyeshadows, but one caveat was going to be that it matched what's on the inside. So I thought, because there's a couple of palettes that I really like, but I don't feel like they match the inside, which is why I was like, not this one. And my mom helped me narrow it down, and it's 10 of them. I'm not ranking them or anything. I just wanted to show you something with pretty packaging and just talk about the packaging, because sometimes packaging I don't feel like is given enough credit. And I did do close-ups of every palette, so I'll be inserting those as I walk through them. I did want to give an honorable mention first, because I mean, my channel is called Pika Beauty. And I mean, what kind of video would this be if I didn't mention one of these this particular palette? This video interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also just want to say before I forget that if you want to see this kind of video, like best packaging or prettiest packaging, I'm calling it the prettiest packaging kind of video with like my other products from my other categories, just let me know down below and I'll be happy to film that. I'll just be picking out the 10 best. So what kind of video would this be if I didn't like showcase this particular palette? And I didn't pick it out because of the fact that it really doesn't match the inside, but I mean the packaging on the outside is so beautiful. And I mean, my channel is called Pika Beauty, so this is the Natural Lust palette by Too Faced. Let me just give you a quick peek on the inside. Not my favorite. I mean, the quality is okay, the eyeshadows are really pretty, but I mean, if you look at the colors of a peacock and then you look at that, it doesn't really match. I wish it had more, you know, like more darker pinks or more actual greens. And you know, the one shade that's in here that's called Peacocking, it doesn't even show up properly. So, but I mean, how gorgeous is this packaging? It's so beautiful. It has like peacocks and these little birds, and then the packaging is kind of embossed on here, so it's kind of raised so you can feel it. And I just love that it looks so whimsical. And of course my peacock here, and this was gifted to me by my cousin for my birthday last year, not 2020, 2019. Man, we partied it up for that birthday like we knew 2020 was coming. We knew it. And yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to this palette, and I think it's just so beautiful. And I really do love that you can get really soft looks from this, but again, I don't think the packaging matches the inside matches the packaging. I think the packaging is beautiful. My only regret is that I didn't buy the bronzer. I'm still kind of bad about that one, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, now getting into my top 10, or just my 10 best packaging, prettiest best packaging of eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to start with this one that I used today for the most part, and this is the Enduring Love palette from Sydney Grace. Look at this packaging. You'll see it on like the close-up, but this is also raised, and I love delicate lace. Like, that is one of my favorite materials, one of my favorite designs, and the fact that they like put this on here, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I got this one versus the tin one, because if the tin one didn't have raised lace, I would have been upset. And this one actually feels like it really does match the inside, just because these are softer colors and they have these little beautiful pops of pink. I didn't notice the first row is actually kind of leaning more pink, and then the second row is definitely more cool. Well, the whole palette overall is definitely more cool tone, but I feel like the colors that they have in here are not super, they're muted pops of color, and I love that. And I just feel like it really does go with the overall theme of this. I really love this palette. I love this freaking formula, you guys. like Sydney Grace formula is probably one of my favorites, just saying, like, just saying. All right, next one up is going to be this one from Kat Von D. I mean, as you can see, even the way the palette is shaped, it's so unique. I honestly do miss, before like she went through all this controversy and all this, like her creative designs, I mean, you have to admit, they were some of the most innovative, interesting color stories, designs. Everything she did was amazing, and it's just sucks to see the downfall, and this is one of the best things that I purchased right before everything happened. And I love the color story because it's the reason that she put it like this, but she was inspired by the stained glass like that she saw in the churches in Europe. And then, I mean, so beautiful, such a beautiful palette. Again, this is raised packaging, and you can feel all the embossments on there, or the art on here. And I mean, the fact that it opens like that, so cool. Like the church doors, so cool. I love it. It's so beautiful. All right, next up, okay, next up is going to be the So Jaded palette from Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. And the reason that we chose this is because if you look at it's not raised per se, all of it, but you can still feel a little, you know, some here and there. The fact that the colors and the stones, I think in my opinion, do match this inside right here for the most part. I mean, some people have things to say, of course, always will, but I also love the variety that they give you, because she did use like the crystal as a inspiration, and you have so much in one single palette. And I did see this on the ColourPop website, so it was available, so they haven't discontinued it. And if you haven't picked it up, I do recommend that you pick it up. The topaz and opal are glitters. I just ignore those and I don't use those because, oh my god, my shoe just fell and that scared the crap out of me. Oh, I had a mini heart attack. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so it really matches, I think, the packaging. You have some on the back too, and I like how the shapes of how the eyeshadows are, the names are cut into little crystal-like shapes. Really like that. Alright, next up is going to be this Jackie Aina palette. I mean, look at this packaging. I think it's one of the most unique packagings I have in my entire collection. It's so beautiful, and the inside is bomb.com. I mean, honestly, one of my favorite palettes in my entire collection. I love this palette. I kind of just want to like take this makeup off and play with this right now because it's so beautiful. You guys know that this is already one of my favorite palettes, and the reason that we chose this is because it perfectly matches the outside. Like, look at these beautiful roses. To me, like, I love roses, I love flowers, I really do love nature. And then the fact that they put like little details like this right here, this part right here, that's plastic, and it matches the inside perfectly. Even the brush handle is perfectly matched to match this whole color story, and they did such a good job, especially when they based it off just Cor de Rosa. Whew, I mean, and then on top of that, the eyeshadow is like bomb.com. Oh shoot. And then another detail that I really like about this is the fact that they have all the shadows on the back. They have them, not only the names, but they have the actual, like, you could say like swatches of them. And I think that is so nice. And they have like a little bit like that, I don't know what to call it, embossment on it, I guess you could say. Next one up is going to be this one from ColourPop, and this is the Hocus Pocus palette, and it's, well, the Gather Around Sisters palette, which, I mean, perfect. Again, they have this raised packaging, raised artwork, and just the whole palette, it's so beautiful. You'll see in the close-up that every little detail they paid attention to, as like far as like there's spiders on there, the cauldron, and like the things that they throw in there, Dead Man's Toe, and like the potion, the spider, all these things, the black flame candle, the book, no, hold on, the book, you know, Gather Around Sisters detail, and then the sides of the palette are like book leaves, or book pages, not book leaves, book pages. And I think every little detail is so pretty. And then on the back they have these cauldron names, or cauldron shapes for the names of the eyeshadow palettes. And then if you look on the inside, it's beautiful artwork as far as the sisters go. And then on the back, the background of the actual palette, where the eyeshadows are, they're all like an actual page, and you can see words are embossed on there. Such a beautiful palette. And again, the formula is really good. I really enjoyed this formula. I feel like for those deep shades, they were really particularly easy to work with, so just putting it out there. And then we have Sultry from Anastasia. I mean, no words. If this could be like a clutch this could be a clutch, to be honest. No words. It's so beautiful, and of course it matches the inside because you feel like you have party in a palette, to be honest. And I just also love the fact that it's not like a fall off glittery thing. Like, it's, you know, it doesn't come off on your hands or anything. And it's just it's such a beautiful palette. Like, man, Anastasia killed it with that palette too, and the Jackie Aina. Alright, next one is going to, okay, so next one is going to be from Nabla. This is the Dreamy palette. Now, this is definitely more simple packaging, but I love constellations, I love the moon, and I just feel like this is almost like a book. And then you open it up, and the formula of this palette, it's so beautiful. And this doesn't even include their like really super glittery, sparkly shades. This is just more of their shimmers and their mattes. They don't even have latex mattes in this formula. But it is such a good palette. Like, I love the color story, and I think it definitely matches to more have like a dreamy concept, dreamy colors. You can have such beautiful soft washes of color with just like a little bit of shimmer, and it really works with the overall theme of this palette, which is why I put it in here. So you guys know this is like one of my favorite palettes in my collection. All right, next one up is going to be from ColourPop, and this is the Flutterby palette. I mean, you guys will see. I mean, just no words. And again, they repeat the details on the bag with the beautiful butterflies, and of course the color story completely matches. And I really do like that the pressed glitter in here is not super chunky, even though I really don't use it. I don't use glitters like that, but everything just matches up so beautiful. Like, the gold background too gives it a little extra something special. The mattes in here are so beautiful. I love mauves. Oh gosh, you guys know I love mauves. The shimmers in here are different enough from each other where it doesn't feel like they're repeating, but you do have some beautiful shades that you can work with, and it's just, I mean, so beautiful. I love this palette. I absolutely love this palette. It's actually probably the only one that has all this glitter attached to it as far as the ColourPop palettes go, and just love it. My last one is going to be from Dose of Colors. Again, like clutch almost, and so freaking, like, when they came out with this one and the original palette, I haven't even thrown away like their quad palette, because I feel like I can insert some mirrors in there and it can just be like a nice mirror. I just haven't gotten around to like actually do that. It's such a good, nice packaging. I can't bring myself to throw it away. I didn't like the formulas inside the palette, but the packaging, I love the packaging. Again, and the packaging is actually quite different from this, but it's still the same beautiful kind of material. Love it. And then of course you guys know that the inside of this palette is just beautiful. Pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I try to do rapid fire for them because really I just wanted to showcase the palettes and that they actually match their packaging. I have other beautiful palettes in my collection, but I feel like these are the most showy, the most sparkly, obviously the most unique to me, and I feel like they definitely match what was on the inside, which is one of the criteria when I was choosing them. And yes, if you want to see another video more pretty palettes or with other products, just let me know and I'll be more than happy to do it. I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget to give it a like. And be safe out there, take care, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.